This dude is crazy. Kevin Stefanski has bumped his head and lost his damn mind. You mean to tell me you went up to the podium and basically admitted you wanted Cam Ward over Shedeur Sanders? Now, we know Cam Ward was the Cleveland Browns' #1 option as a draft pick at the quarterback position, and then Dylan Gabriel was Kevin Stefanski's #2, which is a fireable offense. You mean to tell me you can get at that podium and say all these great things about Cam Ward, but you never wanted to say anything good about Shedeur Sanders, ever? Anytime they bring up Shedeur's name, you try to lump in all the players and all the rookies into the conversation. This is crazy, man. Kevin Stefanski, we know you wanted Cam Ward over Shedeur Sanders, but this is out of pocket and disrespectful. We got to get into this. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into what Kevin Stefanski had to say as he lauded about Cam Ward.
We're going to activate Deshaun's practice window, so he'll be out there today, which is, outstanding for Deshaun. He's been working so hard. Rehabbing, so finally to get out there on the practice field with his teammates, go through individual, I think is really great for him. So excited for him. His focus, my focus, is obviously getting him back to playing football, practicing football, which he hasn't done in over a year. So it's good next step for him. But our focus obviously continues to remain on the Tennessee Titans big game on Sunday at our place. Obviously have to play our best, have to play complimentary football, which is a big emphasis for us every week. Certainly, big emphasis for us this week to do all those things that you do in a football game to keep yourself ahead of it, if you will. So we got to do a great job winning field position on special teams, taking the ball away on defense, getting stops, and offensively doing a nice job of taking care of the ball and scoring points. So with that, I'll take any questions.
What was it that you've seen out of Deshaun the last couple that made you guys determine this was the moment to open that?
Yeah, I think he's been working so hard with the training staff and coming along, getting through all of his rehab. So he's cleared, ready to go to the practice portion of this. So that's really what it is.
The desire of the organization to see him on the playing field, if possible.
Yeah, that really not my focus. Not his focus right this minute. His focus is putting a helmet on again for the first time, shoulder pads, throwing the football. That's where the focus is, Tony.
You're told when he might be ready to play?
Yeah, really not the focus for me, for him, for us. Our focus is activating this practice window, seeing him on the practice field, getting him into individual, those type of things. And I think I want to point out, he's worked really, really hard to rehab from this. He's done everything that's asked of him. So he's been so supportive in the meeting room, on the game field with the players. Now he gets to go do that on the practice field as well.
Reaction, Kevin, when he was told this is happening?
Well, I think there's constant dialogue with the players, with the training staff, with AB. I know he's excited to get back out there practicing with his teammates.
Practice reps have been such a topic this year. How do you incorporate reps for him?
Yeah, obviously he'll just be getting some individual reps right now, just getting him going.
Next step be scout team?
Potentially, yeah.
The Titans, Kevin, obviously you guys did your due diligence on Cam Ward during the pre-draft process. Just what do you see from him as a young quarterback in this league? What challenges does he present?
Yeah, has a ton of talent, and you see it on tape. Some of the throws, the extended plays, can really fit it into tight windows. Have a lot of respect for his.
Look for on a week-to-week basis to know that that rookie quarterback is making progress even when the wins or the stats might not be showing it.
I think it's so specific, Daniel, to the player. Don't love to compare guys, across that type of cross-section. Yeah, other than to say with all rookies at every position, you're looking for improvement week to week, and definitely at the quarterback position, no different.
To Cam, and kind of going back to the work you guys did in the pre-draft, where have you seen specific improvements from what you saw of him back then on the film and everything to what you see when you watch him?
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for the young man. He's done a nice job to date. He can make every throw. I think it's evident on tape.
The Titans have the best punt returner in football this year. Will there be significant changes made on the coverage unit this
Yeah, they're excellent on special teams, Tony, just in general. Obviously, he's a great returner, speed, does it both, kick returner and punt returner. So it's quite a challenge for our units, period. So I'm not going to get into game plan specifics, but obviously have a ton of respect for their entire group.
What were those dealings with Cam Ward like, right? You spent a bunch of time with him leading up to the draft. How well did you get to know him? What did you learn about him?
I think every year, if you feel like you get to know a lot of guys, Scott, and you just think back to some of the conversations you have with guys. I mean, I could go back to the combine conversations you had with guys that are now since retired. So you always kind of develop relationships with players. And obviously, last season we saw a bunch of players live and at their colleges and those type of things. But yeah, a ton of respect for the young man. You know, obviously he's a guy that is very talented, was drafted there for a reason.
Cam, he's been sacked 48 times. That's the worst number in the league. I guess, do you guys see some opportunities there with how your D-line has been playing across the board?
Our guys keep the focus on doing their job. I mean, there's a style to how we play, Ashley, as you know, just the DNA and how we rush and how relentless we are. And, you know, I think that's a mindset of the entire room.
How has Deshaun been helpful to Shedeur and Dylan in getting both of those guys ready to play or to play?
Yeah, just by being himself. And, you know, I've told you guys over the course of time, just in the meeting room, it's fun to be in there with all those guys, Bailey, Shedeur, Dylan, Coach Muss, Tommy. Everybody's got a different perspective of this game. And I think having a guy like Deshaun in there who's seen so much and has been through different situations and can provide great counsel to young quarterbacks, I just think that's invaluable.
You expressed a lot of confidence in Larvin on Monday. Will he retain the punt return?
Yes.
And the other question is, with Teller out, you're putting Jenkins in there. Is there any consideration to seeing Zinter?
Yeah, we talk through all those type of things, Tony. There's always things that we discuss throughout the week.
Malik, obviously done for the season. Would you expect to see more of Mike Hall, and is he physically able to take on a bigger workload coming off the surgery?
I would expect that Mike continues to, you know, do more in these games and get more comfortable. And obviously with Malik out, it's not going to be one person that has to step up into that role. It's really going to be everybody has to step their game up.
Does Mike have any limitations?
No.
Coming off the surgery?
With Jimmy at the owners' meeting saying that the Deshaun trade was a swing and a miss, do you think this represents any opportunity to try to salvage anything from that trade?
Yeah, not my focus, Mary Kay. Really just excited for him to be able to get back out there on the field. I think for any player, when you're rehabbing, the next step, getting out there on the practice field, is a big step. So I'm excited for him.
You know, been working with Shedeur. The fact that now he's going to be on the practice field, do you think that can benefit Shedeur even more now that Deshaun will actually be on the field with him and be able to point?
Without a doubt. And I think just going back to earlier, Daryl, is Shedeur's been outstanding in the meeting room with Deshaun. Deshaun's been outstanding with all those guys. So it's really an impressive group that helps each other. So I think having Deshaun out there will be great for Shedeur. I think it's great for Dylan. You know, Bailey obviously is a guy that provides great value to us. So just having all those guys on the field, I think, is beneficial.
Yeah, we know you were forced to do this with Deshaun. You definitely don't want Deshaun to play. But you lauded about Cam Ward. It's just so weird that you never had any of those type of things to say about Shedeur Sanders until you were damn near forced to say anything about him at all. It's kind of crazy to me. But get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. This Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.